first ever stunning admission from a woman who accused Duke University lacrosse players of raping her nearly 20 years ago. The story was a national firestorm. She now says she lied about the encounter. Crystal Mangum first made the claims back in 2006, saying 3 members of the school's lacrosse team raped her after she had been hired to dance at a house party the team was throwing. Police charged David Evans, Colin Finnerty, and Reed Seligman after Mangum's accusations. But after much back and forth and the city's DA stepping down from the case, North Carolina's Attorney General later dismissed the charges, citing a lack of evidence. But now, going on the record on a podcast nearly 20 years later, Crystal Mangum says she was lying the whole time.
I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't, and that was wrong. And I betrayed the trust of a lot of other people who believed in me. And made up a story that wasn't true because I wanted validation from people and not from God. And that was wrong. And I hope that they can forgive me. And
So, in case you were not aware, the Duke Lacrosse accuser from way back in the day has come out to say that she lied, even though, honestly, I thought we already knew that. But of course, I want to go ahead and take a look at the comments from, this time it's the Neighborhood Talk. Let me read their caption. Neighbors, get into this. A woman who once accused 3 Duke lacrosse players of raping her in 2006 is finally confessing that she made the whole thing up. Crystal Mangum, a former exotic dancer and former student at North Carolina Central University, opened up about the fabricated incident during an interview with Let's Talk with Kat. Crystal says she lied and said Duke lacrosse players David Evans, Colin Finnerty, and Reed Seligman kidnapped her and raped her during a house party in 2006. At the time, the story had gained national attention because Crystal and the DA at the time, Mike Nafong, tried to make it seem as though the alleged attack was racially motivated. So what else is new? 2006, now up to 2024, going into 2025? Anyway. Nafong attempted to charge the players with first-degree rape, kidnapping, and essay, and proudly claimed that the DNA results would prove their guilt. Unfortunately, the trial did not go as planned due to many inconsistencies in Crystal's story. The case was essentially dropped by the Attorney General, and he declared the men innocent, but by that time, the damage was already done. The players had lost out on their education at Duke, the coach was fired, and everyone involved's reputation was ruined, including the DA, who had to resign because he was so disgraced by the botched case. As for Crystal at the time, she wasn't punished because a judge was concerned about her mental state. But a few years later, she was convicted of deleting her boyfriend and is currently serving 14 to 18 years in prison. Prison is where she conducted the current interview where she confessed to lying. I feel like we've already covered this story, but obviously not this one with the new information. They trusted me that I wouldn't betray their trust, and I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't, and that was wrong, Crystal said. I made up a story that wasn't true. I wanted validation from people and not from God. I hope they can forgive me. I want them to know that I love them and they didn't deserve that, and I hope that they can forgive me. So let me pause before I get to the comments because this is definitely something that we have already covered. I want to know when Tawana Brawley is going to come out and, give her confession. For this woman to have done this, all right, she's in jail, but let's we not just gloss over the fact that she deleted her boyfriend. So yeah, I'm going to say that there are some issues, and I'm pretty sure that someone somewhere wants some empathy and sympathy for this person. And the reason why I don't have any, and this is the reason why I say what I say and I talk about what I talk about, because all this you have to be because you are me and I am you is utter and complete BS. You're going to have to go ahead and judge people by the way that they treat you and your vibe, also known as your common damn sense on what's good for you and what you put around you, instead of just because you're black and I'm black means that we should be all good in the hood. Fuck that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And I know people will just act like, I'm the problem. I will be the problem. I will be the problem. Because what I'm not going to do is try to act like people are all good. Because at this point in 2024, going into 2025, most people are assholes. For lack of a better way to describe it, they out for themselves, but then gonna have the nerve to chastise someone else for doing the same. They don't care about anyone and don't seem to care either until something affects them directly. And I don't have time because, like I always say, none of these people give one damn about me. So I'm really not sure why y'all think that I should give a damn about you. These people are putting this stuff out here in the ether. These people are running off at the mouth about their lives, what they doing, what they not doing, what they like, what they don't like, when they're going to do it, when they're not going to do it. They could always just shut the entire F up and we wouldn't know any better. But for some odd reason, everybody want to talk. So talk and we shall talk about you. Let's get to these daggone comments. The very first one, which of course is going to excuse her, says she did it for Emmett Till. And see, this is exactly why the Black community doesn't exist, why they continue to have the same issues over and over again. No one wants to hold anyone accountable for anything that they do. So interesting how whenever it's doing something against a white person or a non-Black person, let me put it that way, everybody can make up all the excuses in the world. And then, like I said, when it comes to you and it's your turn, and I'm not wishing that on anyone, then all of a sudden everybody's supposed to come together. You see how that works? It don't work. You need to have some damn common sense for me, and I just don't have time, and that's a Black woman. Someone says, I would say she need to be in jail, but this country has conditioned me to believe white women can lie on Black men and admit years later and nothing happened. If it was up to me, I would throw all these hags in jail, but we not about to start with the Black one. Laugh out loud. So I'm not saying that there aren't any inconsistencies. I'm not saying that at all. But I just find it interesting that they can make excuses for these people. But my question is that if she needs a place to stay, are y'all going to let her stay with you, Bueller? And that was a Black man. So if this woman needs a place to stay when she does get out of jail, if she does get out of jail, are y'all going to let her come stay with you? Ain't there nobody coming to stay here. Next one said, I was mad at first until someone in the comments said this one is for Emmett Till, and I can't argue. Why do women do this? Make it harder for real victims. Now, that's a good statement, especially for something that's great. I mean, she was going there as a scripper. Because we're supposed to now have all this empathy and sympathy for scrippers and OF people and people that sell themselves so that when they get caught up with Diddy, we're supposed to care. Child, that was your job. That's what you was doing. You chose to be in a life that may not necessarily be the most safest thing to do. Then all of a sudden, we're supposed to give one damn. And I don't. And I don't. And I don't feel bad about it. Next one says, white women been doing it and they be okay. Well, this is for Rosewood, Emmett Till, Tulsa, etc. This is for the Central Park 5. Okay, yeah, wrap it up 2024. I've honestly had enough. Respectfully, they've been lying on Black men and women for years and getting us murked. Let's just call it a civil, unjust, and time served laugh out loud. It's already hard enough for women who have actually been assaulted to get help and justice, and here she comes lying. Child, this is old. Y'all, this is old. I'm not saying it's right, but this is old. She finally doing the right thing. I don't care what she did. They've been doing it since the beginning. Why admit that now? It seems suspect like she got paid to do this. White version of Central Park 5. I will never applaud foolishness that makes it harder for real victims. I agree. That's Nick at Night. Shout out to Nick at Night here on YouTube. And the last one, North Carolina here. We never thought she was telling the truth. The story just wasn't right. Prime example of why no one takes us seriously. And I applaud that sis right there for saying that. Not even because she's Black, but because she's a woman. And because this narrative of believe all women, which didn't start back then. That is more recent when women clearly lie. I'm not sure why we're not taking this more seriously. And then you wonder why we can't come together because of exactly comments just like this. I couldn't trust none of these people. And that's why I don't trust people and I keep most people away because I don't have time for their foolishness because they'll see something that they want here with me, with us or whatever. And then they'll do whatever they want in order to get it and then go turn around and lie like a rug and don't have any remorse or anything. Now, I don't know if this woman got paid. I don't know what the thing is. It doesn't even matter to me. Like the person from North Carolina said, nobody believed that daggone story. Just like nobody, well, let me not say nobody, because all it takes is for Black people to hear that a white person did something and they all in. They all in. But continue to mind your Black ass business and continue to fall for these same shenanigans over and over and over again. Then never wonder why we end up at the daggone bottom. Because let me just say this before I close. If we took the opportunities that we had a little bit more seriously and actually did care about one another and actually did pull each other up and help one another, we would be so much further than where we are right now as a collective. But because we have people who finally do get into places and aren't interested in bringing anyone up, a la Steve Harvey, Roly Roll, Clown L, all the rest, you know who they are. They fight for their own. They fight for their own people. They want what they want. It's about D9. It's about being boule. It's about their money and who's up there with them for the most part. I'm not saying 100%, but for the most part, that's what it is. That's why they think they can talk down to the rest of us the way that they have and the way that they've shown, but y'all can be good with it. I'm not. Let's go ahead and go the political route, unless we not forget Big Tiff down there doing everything she's doing to Black people. And the people in these other communities as well. London Breed, Patty, what's her name? LaToya Cantrell, mostly Black communities. Ain't offering nothing, ain't changing nothing, ain't improving a damn thing, but lining they daggone pockets, whether it's legal, illegal, salary, or otherwise. And y'all still cut for these same daggone people trying to talk about they doing something for you. Then no, you got that wrong. They're doing something to you. And if you like it, I love it. That's it. That's all. Like this daggone video. Make sure you comment, subscribe. If you are new, I see you all in the next
better
one.
than to feed me anything. Because I do not care.